Hello and welcome to another one of my videos, and in today's video I'm going to be going through some coins I got in. Of course, it is a coin channel. I think it's all gold today. Yes it is. So you would have seen these before. These are 1907 S's. These are not coins I bought prior. I literally picked these up today. So my supplier has been working with a gentleman who's been dealing with inheritance. We believe he's got several hundred of coins. He's sold, I think it's 1907 S's, and he sold 1979s, I think it was. They're the only 2 years he sold. They've all been, pretty good condition. So these go for slightly a bit more if someone wants to pay it. If they don't want to pay it, I'll have to slash the prices if I need funding. Luckily, I've got cash flow. It's not a problem. So yeah, I end up getting 6 of these in. My supplier had 9, but he's like, "Oh, I got a cash buy, and he's going to pay more than you." And I was like, why are you doing this to me? Like, this is a teamwork thing. You're letting someone else in on the deal. Nah, it's okay. Like, I know he's got to make money. If he can make a bit more elsewhere, as long as he doesn't chop my legs from underneath me, then sure, it's not a problem. So I did say to him a while back, I was like, I don't really want to open up my own office because, if I open up my own office, I'm going to take a lot of money out of your back pocket. And he's like, no, it's fine. But I don't think he quite realised, like, it wouldn't even be competition between us. It would be me taking his business, and that's that. And I don't mean that in like a mean or a nasty way. It's just I pay higher prices. I've got the client base to sell for higher prices, and I've got the social media network to back me up. He doesn't have any of these things. He's very much an old school dealer. That's not a threat. Like, I don't particularly want to go down that route. Like, people know I want to get out of the game at some point. That's not a problem. I'm happy with the status quo. But if he did chop my legs from underneath me, then it's not something he'll be able to do for a long time. I would just mobilise my forces elsewhere. That one, they're all pretty much the same. They're all good coins. There's no qualms for me. Really enjoy these. Now the next coin I bought in, so this is a young head. I paid $360 for this, and you may be thinking, Sean, it's crazy. Why have you paid $360? I do pay slightly over for young heads. I don't pay $360. So essentially, I sold this to a very good friend of mine's fiance, but she bought right at the top of the market, and yeah, she messaged me. She was in a bit of bother, and she just said, "Can you pay me what I paid you?" And it was a very easy decision for me. Like, she's really sweet. She's helped me out with a lot of things, and I was like, "Sure, don't worry about it." She doesn't earn a lot of money herself. I think spot, like, looking at, I think I charged a spot plus a $5 or something like that. I did it at mates rates, and yeah, she was in a bit of a bind because she had to pay out for something, and she's like, I need to sort out my wedding dress, and I don't really have the money. And I just said, don't worry about it. For me, it comes down to priorities. You've always kind of looked out for me. Paying an extra, say 45, 40 quid, it's fine. I can just average it out over time, so don't worry about that. So I ended up paying $360 for this. It's okay. It's not a problem. If need be, I'll put it in my reserve and I'll just forget about it. Now, for those of you who saw the Proof 70 2012 Sovereign, I traded them for 4 of these. So these are probably marked 2017s. They're probably 375 coins. Times 4, which would give me 1,500 quid. I paid 900. I think I was 900 all in on the 2012. So we're talking 600 profit. Now, even if they go for bottom line, which would be 350, you know, you're talking a £400 coin, and it gives me liquidity. You know, those 2012s, they're big ticket coins, and sometimes you just need to move the bigger assets, you know, and break it down into chunks that's easy to move. So the rationale for me was just get it off the books and trade it out for something that's really liquid. Now, I actually think, like when I spoke about it on the video, I said, it's a £1,300 coin, and I had a few people message me saying, Sean, I think you're slightly under on that. You know, looking around, I think one had sold for like 2,300 in a proof 70, but I was like, that seems like an outlier to me. So I just thought rationally, I was like, if I can get 1,500 out of these, or even if I can get 1,400 out of these, I'm happy at what I made. You know, the gentleman's more than happy with the coin he's bought. He's probably paid a lot less for these, so it's actually worked. Looking at the condition, these probably were bought when they came out, so he would have paid less. So he's kind of just jumped over to a premium coin and not actually paid that much for it relative to what he would have paid in cash. But when I looked at it, I was like, well, say I get 1,500 for these, I'm gonna have to get 1,650 at auction, and then I might not even get 1,650 at auction, and I've still got to wait for that auction to come around, and then I've got to wait for them to pay me. You know, making an extra, I squeeze an extra 50 to £100 out. You know, it's not worth the time. It's not worth holding it. It's worth my cash flow to trade it in and out. And some people don't get that. They're like, you should always go for the high amount. No, you should go for the most cost-effective route. You know, we're talking bang for buck in terms of time rather than bang for buck. You know, it's all well and good. Say you have a coin, and say you buy a coin for £1,000 and you sell it in 10 years and it makes you £1,000. That's great. You doubled your money in 10 years. But when you go against the benchmark on how you should be doubling money, I think it's meant to be done in like 7 years if you compound it. You've always got to keep the time value of money at the back of your head. So that's those. Now, I've saved the best ones for last. You're going to really enjoy these coins, and if you don't, then you're not a true coin fan. I'm sorry. These are great coins, great historical coins. I ended up buying an 1818 half sovereign. Now, this coin is beat up. You know, it's got a ring dink, it's got a gouge, and yeah, I paid a lot of money for this. I bought this for $270. This come from a bullion dealer in London. Yeah, so they had it up on their site, and first I just saw it and I phoned them up and I said, I'll give you $250. I think they had it up for like $290 or maybe $295. Something around that ballpark. I genuinely can't remember, but it was around that ballpark. And yeah, it was, I just saw it and I said, they said to me, we'll WhatsApp you pictures, Sean, because I'm on good terms with them. Tell us what you think. And the pictures came back and I was like, that's a pretty mean gouge. You know, I said, I'll offer you $250, and they said, we'll do you $270. There's a lot of interest in it. And the collector in me just went, okay, yeah, sure, take my money, just take my money. I said to him, I'll shake your hand on $270 because I don't know if I'm ever going to see one of these again. Not in that format. You might see them at auction, but you see them at auction, they're going to go for silly prices, and on the day you could pay silly prices. Is it worth $270? You know, I'll slap £300 on it, and if it doesn't sell, I'm happy to keep it because, again, you don't see them. The 1818 is actually a rare coin. It doesn't come up often. This is the first one I've seen in a half format. So, did I overpay? You tell me. If anyone comes here and tells me it's worth spot, I am blacklisting you. It's not worth spot, okay? Some people try to tell you, like, historical coins are like, it's worth spot, and it's like, just shut up, man. Like, it's not worth spot. You don't know what you're talking about. Or even worse, you do know what you're talking about, and you're trying to rip me off. So just go away. But tell me what you think. Is it worth $270? Is it worth 300? I don't know in this day's market, but I would be putting £300 on it, and I'd have it at take it or leave it. I couldn't really find any relevant pricing. So there's pricing before pandemic levels, but it's a completely different ball game. So who knows? So there's that one, and these are beautiful, beautiful coins. So from the same dealer, I noticed they had a couple of half eagles, and I just phoned them up. Again, it was like literally after I phoned them up for this, and I said, you got some half eagles. Like, can I be cheeky, and what do you want for them? Because I think they had them at $4.15 on their site, and there's not a chance. There's not a chance I'm paying $4.15 on them. Now these are probably worth $4.15, these ones, but if you get dogs in, you know, they're not worth $4.15. You're probably going to get maybe $3.75, $3.80 out of them if they're beat up and they're not very good. These ones are nice. So that's the first one. This is the second one here, which is slightly nicer. And they actually quoted me a price, and I would, you know, I was really happy to pay the price. I thought it was a fair price. I just said okay. I didn't really know. They sent me pictures, but sometimes the pictures don't really show how good coins are. They are bullion dealers, so it's not like they got professional camera quality like numismatists. But yeah, I was really over the moon for the price I paid on them, just because of the history. You know, I was going to make money on them regardless, even if I paid slightly higher. If they're watching this video, I'm not paying slightly higher next time, okay? But thank you, I did appreciate this. Beautiful coins, beautiful coins. It's just history, isn't it? You know, for me, I like the pre-33. I think it's beautiful coins. Some people don't like them, but anyway, we're 12 minutes in. I didn't expect it to be this long. I do apologise. That's the haul for today. A bit of a mixed bag. So I paid slightly over, slightly under. That one I paid a high price, but I've already locked the profit in. You know, what's your favourite? It's got to be this for me. Love these, but it's this. So yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Bye.